All right, Shalom Akim. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakodash.
Double honors to the other apostles of great millstone, citations to all the Akim out there pushing the word of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakodash, in truth and sincerity. Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakodash, Barakatam to you all. We're the brothers from Great Millstone, Miami, and I'm the brother Lloyd with me.
Jeremiah.
And what we're going to go into this lesson is, well, this lesson will be entitled, He That Diggeth a Pit Shall Fall Therein. And, pretty much what we're going to talk about is how Esau's plots and his plans and his devices against us, all right, his devices in general, his enterprise for the New World Order to fight against the Lord, to set up one world government and get everybody chipped,
Right.
Demonize us and wipe out the nation of Israel. All that shit's gonna fail. Okay, all right. Every device that he has is gonna backfire on him.
Right.
All right, because he got a space force to fight against the Lord. All right, and to fight against these other nations, he gonna lose against the Lord. He trying to establish his new world order, man, and the Lord gonna rain destruction upon him while he eating. All right, he gonna come in like a flood against us, and the Spirit of the Lord is gonna lift up a standard. Okay.
Right.
All right, so hey, with all of that being said, we're just gonna hop right into it. Lord, and this video is edifying. You got it, bro.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 27, verse 26. Whoso diggeth a pit shall fall therein, and he that setteth a trap shall be taken therein.
Right. So he that diggeth a pit shall fall therein. So, and he that setteth a trap shall be taken therein.
Wow.
Okay. All right. So Esau thinking he's slick. He all trying to the demonizers put us on the news as terrorists, and
Right.
he got all these legislations against us. He got his plans for his new world order and bunkers and space force and space retreat. This all of that's gonna fail. Okay, all right, all that's gonna backfire. He's gonna hide in them bunkers just to be preserved for slavery. Okay,
Right.
all right, he's gonna try to come up against us just for the Lord to lift up a standard upon him. Okay, he got a space force and space stations just get knocked right out of the sky, fighting against Michael and the angels. Okay,
It says in verse 27, he that worketh mischief, it shall fall upon him, and he shall not know whence it cometh.
That's right, man, because the Most High is a God of judgment. So, hey, whatever you do, it's going to come upon you, man. All the mischief, all the wickedness that you do, it's going to come upon you, man. The scriptures say, whatsoever man soweth, that shall he also reap, man. Okay?
Verse 28, mockery and reproach are from the proud, but vengeance as a lion shall lie in wait for them.
Right, so the enemy mocking and he reproaching, scoffing against the Lord. Okay? But what vengeance shall lie in wait for him as a lion?
Right. And Yahweh is the Lion of Judah. He's going to
execute vengeance, because the day of vengeance is in his heart.
That's right. Start from there.
Or is that other precept Proverbs?
Proverbs 26.
I got it. It's Proverbs 26 and 27. It says, whoso diggeth a pit shall fall therein, and he that rolleth the stone, it will return upon him. A lying tongue hateth those that are afflicted by it, and a flattering mouth worketh ruin. Okay, that's Esau. That's Esau. Okay, so that's the same thing Sirach said, man. Okay, he that diggeth a pit and he that rolleth the stone, it's all going to come upon him again.
Right.
Okay, a lying tongue hateth those that are afflicted by it. Okay, so Esau working all these lies, man. It's not because of he want peace and love and nah, man. He gonna try to paint the narrative like he's the victim. That's all a lie, man. Okay, and he's doing it why? Because he hates us, man. Okay, but it's only gonna work to his own ruin.
Right.
As the scripture says, what you got, bro?
Psalm chapter 7, verse 9. It says, "Oh, let the wickedness of the wicked come to an end, but establish the just, for the righteous God trieth the hearts and reins."
God, let the wickedness of the wicked come to an end, man. What do the scriptures say, man? Esau is the end of the world. Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
That's
Okay,
right.
so Esau, his new world order he's not gonna be able to see that vision come to pass. Okay, not the way he wants it to. Why? Because he's about to enter into this third world war. Okay, the economy is gonna collapse. People gonna hate you just off of that. Even though he's gonna introduce the mark of the beast,
Right.
and all this digital currency to try to cushion the blow. All right, and get everybody on this new system. People still gonna hate you for how you handled the old system,
Right.
the old currency system, man. Okay, so it's gonna still be uprisings and famines all over the globe. People gonna still be pointing the finger at you. Okay, all right.
Mm-hmm.
So it's over for Esau, man. This is your time to get the fuck out the way. Okay.
Because they pointing the finger now.
Right.
At him.
Right. Exactly.
And it's just gonna only increase. This is the this verse 10. My defense is of the Most High, which saveth the upright in heart. God judgeth the righteous, and God is angry with the wicked every day. So the Most High, He's angry with you Edomites every single day. You know? It says, if he turn not, he will whet his sword. He hath bent his bow and made it ready. He hath also prepared for him the instruments of death. He ordaineth his arrows against the persecutors. Behold, he travaileth with iniquity, and hath conceived mischief, and brought forth falsehood. That's the so-called white man. He brings forth falsehood. All right. He speaks with a false tongue. He's a serpent.
Yeah.
You know, he's very subtle. Verse 15. He made a pit and digged it, and is fallen into the ditch which he made.
Right, man. And Esau's done that like all over. Like
Right.
nothing he does. Like when you look at how Esau like runs the world, man. Like he's done spread himself thin. He got all these enemies. You feel me?
Yep.
You know? And so it's like everything he does is it just falls apart on him, man. Why? Because he's a son of perdition,
Right.
and he's cursed from the earth, man.
Right.
Okay.
That's right. It's cursed, man. Wow.
Yeah, man.
Verse 16. His mischief shall return upon his own head, and his violent dealing shall come down upon his own pate.
Right, man. And that's just the way. That's just the way of the world. That's just the way how the Most High set things up. When you do wickedness come back on you.
Right.
You do evil come backs on you, man. That's just how things work. Okay, you're not gonna disrupt the balance of the Most High's matrix. Okay, you done fucked up.
Right.
That's just what it is, man. This is Isaiah 59:19. It says, "So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and His glory from the rising of the sun." Because the Lord is coming. The Lord is coming from the west. Well, He's coming from the east, which is the rising of the sun to the west. Okay. All right, but nonetheless, those that fear the name of the Lord are scattered in the east and in the west. Okay, and it says that they're gonna fear the name of the Lord. So there's people on earth, there's a remnant on earth that the Lord has believe in His name and that fear Him. Okay, when the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. Okay, so Esau planning to come in like a flood and come down upon us having great wrath and the wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you. Okay, but the Lord said He's gonna deliver us from the same, man. The Lord, like the scriptures say, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him, and the leisure it says put him to flight. Okay, so the Lord gonna have it to where the men of the Lord get spiritual power, or there's some type of divine intervention, okay, that allows us to escape that situation, or for Esau to be put to flight, man.
Right.
Okay, have him on the run, man, and that's really gonna fuck him up because he already got problems at home.
Yeah.
Okay, Esau versus Esau versus Jake. Okay, you got all these social movements that are against the government. All right, you got problems abroad amongst your nations that you're allied with, the EU, NATO, Canada.
Right.
Okay, all right, all those that were confederate with you,
Right.
they all hate you now.
Yep.
Okay, people will just hate you every fucking where you go, man. All right, plus that's not gonna everything that's going on as far as the wars, rumors of war, martial law, Jacob's trouble. That's not gonna stop the earthquakes from happening. Okay, that's not gonna stop the hurricanes, the floods, the volcanic eruptions, the wildfires. Okay, which that's costing Esau billions of dollars, man. Okay, so that's gonna cause more problems, man. Okay, it's not gonna stop the famine. Ain't gonna stop the uproars of the people. So yeah, man, you're done. You're done. You know. Plus the men of the Lord gonna get spiritual power. Plus it's gonna be divine intervention. Yeah, you fucked up, bro.
Michael coming.
Yeah, Michael coming.
Leviathan.
Apparitions and shit.
Newly created creature.
Yeah, man.
I got Zechariah for you.
You got it, bro.
Zechariah chapter 2, verse 8. For thus saith Yahweh of hosts, after the glory hath He sent me unto the nations which spoiled you, For he that toucheth you toucheth the apple of his eye. For behold, I will shake mine hand upon them, and they shall be a spoil to their servants. And ye shall know that Yahweh of hosts has sent me. Yep. And you got it?
No, you got it, bro.
Who's oppressing us? Who's touching us? Who's trying to set these snares and traps for us, man? Esau, Edom. All right, and we're the apple of the eye. We're the apple of the Most High's eye, man. The Most High loves his elect, man. Lord, when we part that number, you know. So
Right.
the Most High's gonna destroy you, all you enemies, man. That's trying to come up against us, and you know, ultimately, you enemies, you hate the Most High as well. You know.
God. Oh shoot! Matter of fact,
That's
I
why
gotta get this right here.
Go on.
This is Psalm 83 and 1. It says, "Keep not thou silence, O God. Hold not thou thy peace, and be not still, O God. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee lift up the head.
Right.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, Come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. They have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee." Okay, and that's the narrative of our nation, man. These other nations have always, and in these times, have plotted against us to keep us from knowing who we are, from returning to our power. Okay, for standing up for what we believe in. Okay, trying to keep us divided as a nation, and that's all of these nations, man. Beginning with what? The tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and of the Hagarenes, Gebal and Ammon and Amalek. The Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. Asher also is joined with them. They have Hopan, the children of Salah. Okay, all right. So all these nations have made themselves confederate against the Lord's people, man. All right, and the Lord is gonna fucking jack you up, man.
Right.
Okay. All right, and in these times, man, you can best believe, man. All right, when they start putting us on the news worldwide, because we're gonna make international news. It's not just gonna be in America. You're gonna see them brothers in London. They're gonna be on the news in London. Them brothers in Eastern Europe. They're gonna be on the news in Eastern Europe, bro. I'm telling you, man, it's gonna go the fuck down. Okay, and they're gonna try. All these nations gonna try to come up against us, especially Esau. Esau gonna lead the charge, and the Lord gonna lift up a standard, man. Okay. Do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin at the brook of Kison, which perished at Endor. They became as the dung for the earth. Okay, and that's what the Lord did during the time of Judges against the nations that came up against us, the Midianites and Sisera and all those other nations. Man, the Lord judged them, man. He killed them. All right, he had them put to death, man, in various different ways, man. It delivered us. Okay, so that's what's gonna happen in these times. Okay, you got it, bro.
Psalm chapter 2, verse 1. Why do the heathen rage, and the people imagine a vain thing? The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against Yahweh and against his anointed, saying, Let us break their bands asunder, and cast away their cords from us. Yeah, these heathens are raging right now. They fight for power. You know, China think they have next, and Russia think they have next. But ultimately, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua has next, man. And his saints. You know, these people are angry, man. They're mad. They're raging. They don't know what to do, man. You know? Ultimately, because Esau, Edom's in rulership. It says, verse 4, He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. Because this is the Most High's movie, man. You know? It says, The Lord shall have them in derision. Then shall he speak unto them in his wrath, and vex them in his sore displeasure. And the Most High gonna say, destroy our enemies, man. Destroy these heathens, man.
That's it.
Yep.
This is Psalm chapter 80, not 83, 64. Sorry, I was still thinking about that. 83. But it's Psalm 64 and 1. It says, Hear my voice, O God, and my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongues like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, man. Okay, so the wicked, one of their weapons, one of their devices, okay, one of the things that they use to cause harm is their words, their decrees. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decree. okay, to take away the needy from judgment, okay, and turn away the right from the poor, right? And they do that because of their empowerment. And who's the wicked? Esau, Edom, okay? All right, so they prepare their mouth to speak against the Lord's people, man. Propaganda, man, to cause them harm, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privately. They say, who shall see them?
Right.
They search out iniquity. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. So they really take time to think, calculate, set the narrative, the plot. Like the scriptures say in Psalm, man, they go about the lurking places of the villages like a lion, man.
Right.
Okay, like a young lion. Okay. All right, and you see that in Esther, man, with Haman, the Agagite, man, with his fucking plot against Mordecai and Esther and the Israelites, man.
Right.
Okay. Verse 7, it says, but God shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. So shall they make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. Okay, so the Most High is going to shoot at them with his arrows, man.
Right.
Okay, which the arrows in the scriptures mainly describe the missiles, man, but the scriptures talk about the arrows of famine. Okay, all right, and different plagues are described as arrows sometimes in the scriptures, man. So the Lord gonna start just judging their ass, man.
Yep.
And the final judgment's gonna be the missiles, man. Okay. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away, man. Okay, so because of their own words, man. All right, that judgment's gonna fall upon them because of their mouth, man. Okay, and all men shall fear and shall declare the work of God, for they shall wisely consider his doings. Okay, so when Esau start getting judged, man, and the Lord take him out of power, man, people gonna acknowledge, yeah, okay, we need to fear the Lord. Okay. Right. They're gonna wisely consider, yeah, we can't be like this.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yep. The righteous shall be glad in the Lord and shall trust in him, and all the upright in heart shall glory. What you got, bro?
I got Job chapter 8, verse 11. Can the rush grow up without mire? Can the flag grow without water? Whilst it is yet in its greenness and not cut down, it withereth before any other herb. So are the paths of all that forget the Most High, and the hypocrite's hope shall perish. Who's that main hypocrite? Esau, Edom, man, and their hope is going to perish, man. All right. The scriptures say the joy of the hypocrite is but for a moment. All right. Verse 14, it says, whose hope shall be cut off, and whose trust shall be a spider's web. All right.
And why does it describe it as a spider's web? Okay. The reason why is because spider's web seems strong to the spider.
That's right.
It does a good job for the spider to catch a little prey here and there, but you could just really pass your finger right through it, man.
Yep. Right. And also Esau is going to get caught up in his own web.
Right.
He's going to get caught up in his own snare that he's laying privily.
Sneaky devil.
Right. Verse 15. He shall lean upon his house, but it shall not stand. He shall hold it fast, but it shall not endure. He is green before the sun, and his branch shooteth forth in his garden. His roots are wrapped about the heap, and seeth the place of stones. Jump down to verse 22. It says, they that hate thee shall be clocked with shame, and the dwelling place of the wicked shall come to naught. So the Most High is going to destroy you Edomites, man. Because you the wicked.
Yep.
It's a biblical prophecy.
Yep. You the wicked, and you've been doing wicked things. You've been a very, very, very naughty person. So the Most High gonna fuck you up. Okay, thus saith the Lord.
Right.
This is Job chapter 20, verse 1. Then answered Zophar the Naamathite and said, therefore do my thoughts cause me to answer, and for this I make haste. I have heard the check. I have heard the check of my reproach, and the spirit of my understanding causeth me to answer.
Mm.
Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon the earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment? Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, Where is he?
Mm-hmm.
He shall fly away as a dream, and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as the vision of the night. And the eye also which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place any more behold him. Okay? So Esau's triumphing is short, man. He done had his rulership, man, but the Lord's gonna take him out of power. Okay? No matter how high he thinks he is, how powerful he is, man, the Lord has it ordained that he's gonna perish forever like his own dung. Okay, he shall fly away as a dream and be chased as the vision of a night, man. Okay, so Esau's gonna be knocked right out of power. He's going into slavery. Okay, and after 1,000 years, we're gonna destroy you. Okay, your nation's gonna be wiped off the face of the planet. All right. Where's that? Job 20 and 22.
Job 20 and 22.
God.
Yeah.
It says, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. We're jumping down into verse 22. Every hand of the wicked shall be upon him. Okay. So Esau is in the fullness of his sufficiency. He's at the height of his power, but it says that he shall be in straits, man. We seeing that happening, and it's gonna get worse.
Right.
Okay, for him, it's gonna get worse for him. He got problems abroad. He got problems home. He got problems everywhere, man. Okay.
Literally.
All right. And it says every hand of the wicked shall be upon him, which the word wicked means in the Hebrew is aimal, which is sufferer or laborer. Okay, wretched one. Okay. All right, and it says every hand of the wicked, man. So those, the laborers, man, the sufferers, man, those that have suffered underneath Esau's rulership, man. Okay, they're gonna start putting hands on you, man. Okay. When he is about to fill his belly, God shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him,
Right.
and shall rain it upon him while he is eating, man. So he gonna think that he gonna have it,
Right.
you know, make the chip mandatory, roll out the troops, martial law, World War III, all of this. And the Lord said he gonna rain wrath upon him while he is eating. He shall flee from the iron weapon, and that's talking about the missiles, man. And the bow of steel shall strike him through. It is drawn and comes out of the body, coming out of the silos. Yea, the glittering sword cometh out of his gall. Terrors are upon him. All darkness shall be hidden. In his secret places a fire shall not be a fire not blown shall consume him. It shall go ill with him that is left in his tabernacle. Okay, so the mist gonna be fired off and destroy his tabernacle.
Yep.
It says the heaven shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against him. Okay, which the heavens are revealing your iniquity via these satellites, man.
Right.
Okay, and the internet, you being exposed, man. And the earth shall rise up against him, all these nations rising up against you. The increase of his house shall depart, and all his goods shall flow away in the day of his wrath, man. Because of riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. Okay, this is the portion of a wicked man from God, and the heritage appointed unto him by the Most High.
Mm-hmm. So I got Job 15 verse 34. For the congregation of hypocrites shall be desolate, and fire shall consume the tabernacles of robbery. It says they conceive mischief and bring forth vanity, in their belly prepareth deceit. So the Most High is going to destroy you hypocrites, you actors, you pretenders. You that main nation is Esau, Edom, and the rest of you heathens, and the majority of our people, you hypocrites. You know.
That's it on that.
Yeah, I got another one real quick. Matter of fact, real quick. This is Job 21 verse 30.
Oh, it's God.
Oh, you about to get it?
You got it, bro. Start verse 29.
Verse 29. Okay. Matter of fact, I can start from verse 16. It says, this is Job 21 verse 16. Lo, their good is not in their hand. The counsel of the wicked is far from me. How oft is the counsel of the wicked put out, and how oft cometh their destruction upon them? The Most High distributeth sorrows in his anger. They are as stubble before the wind, and as chaff that the storm carrieth away. The Most High layeth up his iniquity for his children. He rewardeth him, and he shall know it. His eyes shall see his destruction. He shall drink the wrath of the Almighty. Okay, the Most High is going to put out that wicked candle, man. All right? That the so-called white man is possessing on the left-hand side. You Illuminati. You so-called illuminated ones on the left-hand side. The Most High is going to get rid of you, wicked people, man.
Yeah, all of your wisdom is about to cease, man.
Right.
Okay, all of your glory, your wisdom.
Right. Verse, you said 29? Jump down to verse 29. It says, have ye not asked them that go by the way, and do ye not know their tokens, that the wicked is reserved to the day of destruction? They shall be brought forth to the day of wrath. Who shall declare his way to his face, and who shall repay him what he hath done?
God. Hey, who shall do? And we the ones that's doing that. Read that again. Read that verse 29 down again.
Verse 29 says, have ye not asked them that go by the way, and do ye not know their tokens, that the wicked is reserved to the day of destruction? They shall be brought forth to the day of wrath. Who shall declare his way to his face?
Right, and it's the prophets that's doing that, man. That's why Job asked that question. Have you not heard? You ain't asked them that go by the way. And the prophets tell you. The prophets told you that he's pointed to the day of wrath.
That's right.
You know? There's more on that.
Yeah, it said, and who shall repay him what he hath done?
Which that's the Lord that's going to repay him for what he's done.
That's right.
That's it on that?
That's it on that.
God. God, shit. You got something else? God, so, hey, with that, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh by Hashem, Yahushai by Hashem Rakakodash.
And double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Citations to all document there pushing the word of Yahweh by Hashem, Yahushai by Hashem Rakakodash in truth and sincerity. And Shalom.
Shalom.